Here's a great example of side lighting with harsh directional side light. You can see that the shadows are strong, high contrast between the highlights and the shadow side. Here we have nice natural light side light, different side of her face is lit this time, but there's no direct light hitting her. It's all sort of getting bounced around and then passed through this window. So we have really nice, soft, diffused light hitting the side of her face. Now in the bottom of the frame, we do have a cool pocket of direct light, that kind of blown out area just above her shoulder, but there's no direct light hitting her. Here we have natural light backlit, so the subject is backlit here, and I'm exposed for the highlights. And so the light outside, the bright area of the frame, is more in exposure, and we're losing most of the subject to silhouette. We still have that blown out pocket of direct light to the right of the subject, but I really like how that balances the frame between all the shadow on the left-hand side of the frame. Also, framing the subject's face in the bright part of the window works nice to give a lot of definition. And we can change exposure. Here, I'll ramp up exposure now by increasing my ISO, because I don't want to change my aperture or shutter speed. And I can bring the subject more into exposure, maybe like this. And now the highlights are completely blown out. And so now we are exposing for the shadows, and the highlights blow out to pure white. So if you want to do it like this too, that's totally fine. So this is natural light with the subject backlit. So this is front lit, and I want to do something a little bit more interesting with just front lit. And so here the subject is getting direct frontal light, but it's getting chopped up by all sorts of things. So the sun is shooting through some leaves, and then shooting through just some like patio fencing, and then finally hitting this painted door that I've been working with. And then little shafts of light are landing on the model. So we have a lot of fun with like what that light does as the model sort of shifts gently in space there.